Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Michael with League of Items, and we have some initial odds to take a look at for the first games and then also the futures odds to win the tournament. So let's take a look at the lines that I set up yesterday and compare them to what was released by Pinnacle. I don't normally use Pinnacle, but they were the first ones, I think, that had lines that I could access. Like BetDSI didn't have anything. So let's just get right into it. So yesterday, I projected that T1 would be the favorite at minus 120 and FPX would be the underdog at plus 120. I thought that anything over 120 would be a pretty good bet for FPX because that means that they have less than a 45% chance to win the match. So right now, the way they have it set up is about 45%. I don't think that it's great odds, really. Not really an actionable edge here. So this first game for me is probably going to be a no bet. I think that T1's probably slightly better in my opinion based off of what we've seen recently. But if I had to bet this game, I would pick FPX. But I will not be betting this game because I don't think there's an edge. Next up, we have Damwon Gaming against Top Esports. So yesterday I put it at plus 200 and Top Esports minus 200. And that's right around where they released it. They have Damwon Gaming as plus 175. Plus 175 is about 35% chance to win, which is pretty good. I mean, that's about what you need to bet on Damwon Gaming. So, again, since I basically picked where I thought it was going to be, that makes me a little apprehensive in terms of actually playing the bet because it means that I'm seeing it the same way that the book is seeing it, which just means that there's not really an edge there. If I had to bet on this game, I would pick Damwon Gaming for the upset. Just because, like, this is a good spot. It's a good spot, but again, I don't think that I really have an actionable edge. And when we get through this first card, I haven't looked at all the lines yet, but maybe I just don't have a spot where I can make a bet that I feel like I have an edge. T1 versus Damwon Gaming. I had T1 at minus 250 and Damwon Gaming at plus 250. And same thing. So the book is seeing it the same way that I am. Basically, that $25 difference is like 1 or 2 percentage points, and you're not going to make, well, you shouldn't make a bet on a 1 or 2% edge. So in this spot, again, I would consider betting Damwon Gaming in their first 2 matchups. I think that if they're going to win a game, it'll probably be when nobody expects it. But again, like, I'm right here with the book. Like, I understand why they're putting the lines the way that they are. And yeah, I mean, I just don't see a huge edge here at all. FPX minus 112, Top Esports minus 108. I think in my recording, so like I recorded my first part yesterday, and then I'm recording this today, and I'm going to splice them together for the YouTube video. I'm pretty sure I said something like minus 110 for both of them, or like minus 115 for both of them. So both minus 120 and plus 120, so it's at minus 110 each side. I don't think there's a huge edge here. I wanted to bet on FPX, but I think the lines just changed too, but nothing significant. So yeah, again, I think it's probably a no bet. I'm seeing it the same way. That's kind of unfortunate. FPX minus 220 against Damwon Gaming plus 177. So here, again, I would be leaning towards picking Damwon Gaming just to win one game. But you can't really pick all of Damwon Gaming's spots. Because if you made all 3 of those bets, they would need to win like 1.5 times, depending on your bet sizing. So I probably don't like that. And then T1 versus Top Esports. You're not getting a lot of value on Top Esports, so if you're gonna bet, I would bet on the T1 side. But again, I think it's a no bet. I don't think that you're getting anywhere near enough. One second. Okay. So for the first 6 games, I think I had a pretty good read on what was going on. And like I said, the numbers that I have do not completely match the lines that are released, but I picked the favorite and the underdog correctly in every single game. And the money line, like percentage wise, the implied win ratio, from that perspective, I was very close on all of them, because that the $25 swing is like 1 or 2 percentage points, maybe 3 percentage points depending on the matchup, but not really anything there that I like to bet on. If I had to pick the winner of each match, I would do FPX in the first match against T1, Dam1 Gaming, FPX over Top Esports. This match, I could really see it either way. It would depend on how the first couple of games go. If Dam1 Gaming is looking good, then you might want to do a live bet. Or if they're looking bad as well. So like, let's say they lose their first 2 matches, I could see them still taking a game off of FPX. And then the last game is T1 against Top Esports. So this is a little bit better. I would want the T1 side in this. But I don't see myself making a lot of bets based off of these. So I'll be looking for live betting opportunities when the other books release it. Specifically BetDSI. And we don't have information about the jungler yet. Or the top laner for FPX. And then let's go to the future lines. So I have the futures down here. So in terms of who's expected to win the tournament, T1 is at plus 291, JDG is plus 387, Top Esports plus 445, FPX plus 586, Gen G plus 644, Invictus Gaming plus 816, DragonX plus 1045, and Dam1 Gaming plus 1617. So this is a little bit surprising. I would have expected JDG to be the top team in terms of odds, but T1 is a very popular team, so maybe they're just afraid of getting a lot of T1 money, which makes sense. So you have the top team from each league, then you have second and third place team from China, then you have second place from Korea, fourth place from China, and then third and fourth place from Korea. So I think DragonX, you're probably getting some value there, but it's normally going to be a lost bet. I think T1 is probably my favorite team to win this tournament, but I'm not going to bet on T1 to win the tournament because I'm just not getting much value there, or any value there. You're betting them to win significantly better than 1 in 8 times. So I don't like that. Anything past 500 is interesting spot. Like I think Top Esports, Fun Plus Phoenix, Gen G, Invictus Gaming, DragonX, I could see all of those teams winning the tournament. I think my fade would definitely be JDG. I'm going to make them prove it again. I'm not going to spend money chasing their championship win, and I'm probably not going to get crazy with the bets that I'm making on the futures for this tournament. But you're going to want to get your money in on the winner of this tournament before it starts. So I think DragonX, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess you could kind of pick 4 of these teams, 4 or 5 of these teams, and just like blend it together and have like a decent chunk of the value in this tournament. So just to make sure that we're thinking about it the right way, you would want to take 2 teams from here and probably 2 teams from here, just so you could theoretically have all 4 teams remaining in the tournament. So FPX. So I would probably want to do FPX and Top Esports. Actually, I mean, you could take 3 teams from here. Because if you took these 3 teams and these teams, that is what I would be looking at. Because basically what I want to do is I want to fade the 2 favorites. You're not getting anywhere near enough value to bet on them. And then you're fading Damwon Gaming because Damwon Gaming is by most people's opinion the worst team in the tournament. So you could just fade them, or you can hedge on them later on in the tournament. But when you're going for that hedge opportunity later on, it's probably not going to be as valuable. You'll have to spend a lot more money than the plus 1,600 odds. So I'm gonna have to run some numbers on this scenario to see what it would look like if I had these 5 teams. You could always look for live opportunities to bet this. So like, let's say game 1, when T1 plays FPX, let's say FPX gets completely destroyed. Maybe their odds drop a little bit. I doubt it, but maybe they do. Because in that scenario, I think money would probably come in on T1. People would say, oh my god, T1 looks like the best team at the tournament. They just destroyed FPX. That's crazy. Let me check. Let me check to see if they have a thing for it yet. Mid-season cup. I guess not. Let's see. No, I guess not. Because I want to see the tournament breakdown. Like, I know. Did I have it on Twitter? Set 1's blind pick, 2 to 5 set draft pick. What? Okay, so the semifinals is going to be the top team from Group A versus this number 2 team from Group B. So we're going to have 2 teams advance from each, and then they're going to play each other in a best of 5. So if we're looking to make bets on best of 5s, Invictus, Genji, Dragon X. Yeah, I mean, I think I do like it this way. Once you get into the best of 5s, if JDG or T1 gets into the next round of the tournament, obviously they're going to be even more scary in a best of 5 series. Specifically T1. I think T1's probably the scariest team in a best of 5 because they have a great organization behind them and they're able to kind of shift to what's going on in real time very, very easily. So T1's really the team that you're betting against by putting money on everybody else, and then you're also fading JDG. So that's probably the way that I'll go about it. The more I think about it, the more I like that. Because if T1 loses one game, they're probably just going to lose one. The chance that you're basically making a bet that they lose 2 games in the group stage, which seems pretty bad. Like, if I had to make that bet, I would need plus 500, 600. So that makes me like Top Esports a little bit less. But Fun Plus Phoenix, Gen G, Invictus Gaming, and Dragon X are all right there. So you'd be betting on all 5 of those teams. If you put $100 on each, then you're really only looking at making 85. If Top Esports wins, you take a loss. If Fun Plus Phoenix wins, you get a small victory, and then you're playing for the upside in the others. That's not great. That's not a great bet. So 1, 2, 3. Because if I'm going to fade those top 2 teams, then I'm going to want to put something together with a handful of teams. Because before we start seeing the first couple of games, we're not going to have a great idea of who the top performers at the tournament are going to be. So I guess in that situation, we would want to look for live betting opportunities. But just as a first pass, we don't have the games for the second group yet. But I think the way that I'm looking at it right now is potentially making a futures bet on 5 of those teams without T1 or JDG. So that's it for now. Thanks for stopping by. I know this is a pretty long video with the 2 pieces chopped together, but it's the best I could do because I want to give a good chunk of information, so that we actually have something real to work with. So again, thanks for stopping by. Make sure to check out my Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, etc. I'm Michael. This is League of Items, and that was a video.